Hi there.
Hi, welcome back to Curious Collection. I'm Will.
I'm Cinnamon.
So this week was Memorial Day, and so we took the opportunity, the local flea market, Webster's, they are on a Monday, on Mondays every week, and on those
When holiday,
there's a lot of vendors.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of excitement. And, you know, the normal Mondays, the people that work 9 to 5s, they just don't have the opportunity to get out and go to these things. So we got up early.
We did. And
5 o'clock in the morning to go to the
Yes.
flea market. So, you know, normally we source from auctions.
it's really
so we don't have to get up
important.
early.
Yeah, it's really important for us, especially like in this time of year, that we do have to go super early. And it's kind of multifold because like you want to go early because if there's good stuff, then you want to be able to get the good stuff before other people have already picked it. That's pretty huge at that one in particular because they do shop early. Like people are out there with flashlights.
In the dark with the flashlights. We've been out there at January and it's pitch black, 6 o'clock in the morning, freezing our butts off. And people are out there with flashlights and do you have this thing that I'm looking for, you know, and they're running around and
but
you know,
also,
there was probably at least 500 vendors. I mean, absolutely massive. I think it might be the biggest in the state for flea markets.
Yeah, it very well could be.
So we're walking around, you're doing some picking, and I look over and here comes this YouTube celebrity. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to get his picture. So I ended up meeting Technsports, and he was kind enough to do a selfie with me. So that's on the screen now. And it was really cool. He came up from Miami. It was probably a 4-hour drive for him. And to be there so early in the morning. I mean, I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock to go to a flea market, but
that's rough.
If you want that stuff.
At the same time, like in order to get the time to be able to pick even some of the booths, like we were toast by 10:30. Like that was it.
It was over 90 degrees by 10:30 in the morning. The sun beating down on us. I mean, I wore a hat because I didn't want to burn. And I mean, there's not a cloud in the sky. Just that sizzling heat. In you know, Florida summers. Fortunately, the humidity wasn't too high, but that is coming. So we actually picked up some really cool stuff at the flea market. I blew my budget for the month. We're going to talk about our numbers on Monday. Yeah, but I blew the budget. I didn't make more than a few $100s this month because I kind of overdid it this month, but I've been struggling to find the right type of inventory.
We have, and we've been talking about the fact that, you know, we don't necessarily need more of the common items. Like we have plenty of that. It's those exceptional items. We talk about it all the time. Like that's really how you stay excited about what we're doing, you know, because I've been listing my common items because, of course, like you go through and if you're, you know, you're picking.
You like to do that. You like to pick out the best pieces. And so you're really excited about it, that buy for a week. Yep. And then next week, you've already picked out the nice stuff. And then you're pouty. And then we have to go sourcing even though you've got boxes of average items. Right. I like to mix it up. I like to have a couple of exciting things and then have in some more common stuff. The common stuff still sells. That's the thing. We're not talking about garbage. We're talking about things that just, you know, maybe there's 20 of them on eBay instead of one. So I do want to share some of the exciting stuff that we got because I am excited about this. So this I didn't pick up from the sale, but I wanted to share because it's this type of stuff that I'm looking for. Yeah. And we actually had to stop doing our Whatnot shows. We ran out of inventory.
We did.
That is the type of stuff that we had been selling. And so I've been hunting around for the last 2 months trying to find more product. Yeah. So this is the type of thing that we're looking for. I could just edit the video, but I'll show you on the screen instead. It's easier for me. You see these guys here, both on that bike. Looks like they've probably been camping. They've got the tent there. Really cool with the goggles. This item just sold overnight, $35 for a single photograph, 4x6. That's the type of stuff that I'm looking for. So you picked up some really cool pieces.
I did.
I was able to find somebody that had some collections of antique photos.
And so you got to utter your favorite phrase. How much for all of it?
That is what I do. Because I don't want to cherry pick out just the 5 best pieces. I want the entirety of it because I actually have ways to sell the entirety of the collection. So for me, you know, she was willing to deal. I think we made a deal that was fair for her, and certainly is going to offer us lots of potential to make money.
And that's important because we often see these vendors every time we go.
Right.
So they remember when you're dropping $100, you know, and they look for you. They look for the items that you were interested in. It's really nice to be able to go and they're like, oh, hey, I've got some jewelry for you. I've got some pictures for you. Like, come and you know, it's really nice to be able
yesterday we had talked to somebody who we've bought stuff from 3 or 4 times, and they're like, I didn't even know that was your name. Like, we're just that couple that comes and buys stuff from them regularly, but we're not on a personal, like, we're not hanging out at the barbecue, but you know, we do, you know, kind of establish some of these routines, and people get used to seeing your face. So this item here, this is a whole collection of photos that I was able to pick up, but this right here, you go to downed aircraft, you got the guy sitting in the pilot seat there. Absolutely amazing. They've got that corrugated steel on the body, on the fuselage there. And the whole collection, I've got probably 200 pages. World War II military. We got this great one here. This woman sitting by the poolside in the lounge chair. One of my favorite things to look for is people that have photos and there's a camera in the picture.
You do love that.
I just absolutely love it. It's amazing to me because it's like, you didn't have one camera, you had 2. Like, and it like photographers and people that are interested in old cameras. I mean, come on. She's sitting by the pool with a camera, clearly, you know, taking some video. Film? Is that film?
I think that's it's definitely like, it's not a picture. It's
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's getting home movies. Home videos. So, you know, absolutely cool stuff. These guys here screwing around military. I don't know what they're doing, but they're definitely having fun. Right. We got some picture here. You got a guy playing the bass. I don't know if we can even make out who they are, but really cool stuff. So, and then we got some picture albums as well. This is the type of stuff I sell on Whatnot. I get really excited about it because it's a window into history, and it's a way for me to preserve history in a way that, you know, most people aren't considering, I think.
Well, I love the photographs on Whatnot because we go through individually and, you know, then we're able to actually like talk about the pieces and then other people can like, oh, my grandma had that couch. And then everybody's like, well, everybody's grandma had that couch.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun for us to do the Whatnot with those, but it's also a lot of fun for me to sell them. I'll run them through our high-speed scanner, duplexing scanner, get the front and back, and I'm able to post those up and sell them individually on eBay as well. So on Whatnot, we sell the collections or lots.
Yeah.
On eBay, I sell them individually. We get so much volume. So I'll show you approximately how much this one buy was. You know, definitely enough to keep somebody busy. That would take me months if I was going to try to sell every piece individually on eBay.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity for me to clear out some of that excess inventory, keep things moving. And hopefully that does well. So you picked up some really cool jewelry.
I did. I'm excited.
Seasonally appropriate.
Right. So there's a couple of things that I'm looking for, especially right now. You know, my pukas are doing very well. Any of that beachy theme, people are looking at summer, right? So these here are I love these so much.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't want me talking about it because I'm giving
it's
away
okay.
my secret sauce.
It is secret sauce, but
so these are the actual Hawaiian puka necklaces. These I can like realistically get like $40-$50 on one of these. These are real.
He didn't want to let him go.
No, he didn't, and he made me pay up for them, which is why I only bought the one from him.
And he had to tell us that he actually picked this up in the 70s.
Yes, his dad in Hawaii picked these up. And they're the real deal. These are what people want, and then they settle for what they can afford, which are going to be, you know, the things like this. So this is also, you know, like a puka shell anklet, and people want those right now too. So, you know, these I can pick up for like $1 or so, and then I can sell those.
Yeah, but we'll often see them for sale for in the $10 to $20 range.
Yes.
So there is a substantial difference between a $10 to $20 puka and the, you know, $50 to $70 puka.
Right. And then there's some fun ones too. Again, sorry guys, I'm trying. You know, these are like those curled. So that's kind of fun.
Let's see what it's like without the light.
And then, so Donna, this is totally your style. So I think of you when I find things like this. So these are those acrylic. They're bold, they're funky, they're chunky, but then they also have like the nicer clasp, and you really want the whole package. So it really is important that, yes, it's the right material, but then they also want the quality. So you want those nicer clasps, you want those nicer materials. You know, if there's glass accent beads, or, you know, the rhinestones, you know, that's another big one. So like, I love these clip-ons are doing really well for me right now, but the ones that have those bright colored rhinestones,
those ones are really cool, and these
are prong set, but then these are also signed, so that's great. So these are those screw back, and I haven't listed any of these yet, so that's what I'm doing today. But then also right now, cottage core is really doing well for me too. So even the older pieces that are, you know, the flowers with the bright rhinestones, you know, these are brooches, and even the brooches are starting to have a comeback because of that granny core, because of that cottage core. So it works really well. I've done quite a few of these rows. And again, putting that cottage core into the title, I really truly believe has been a big help.
Well, and there's that cottage core group. If you're not familiar, cottage core is about
nature,
and so mushrooms and animals and, you know, woodland creatures. Think English cottage meets Snow White.
Right. So I've got like this little hummingbird with the rhinestones on the wings and things like that. So it's great because you can take some of these older pieces that are just really cool in and of themselves, but that generation that would have been purchasing them, you know, are not making the purchases anymore because they already have enough. How many times have we heard, oh, I have so much jewelry and I just don't have anywhere to wear it? Okay, then that's not necessarily the customer that we're going after if they already have everything that they need. So now we have to go after that different customer who maybe wants a statement piece and can get them at an affordable price.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think that is still important. It's still important that we offer things up in a price range that people can actually afford it. I do want to make one comment on the shell jewelry. If you do sell jewelry, if you do sell shell items, be careful. There is the pink conch, the queen conch. You cannot sell that. That is a protected organism. Even, you know, like the coral jewelry, you need to be careful with coral and, you know, ivory.
Very similar to the Native American jewelry is you can't be all like, oh, this is Hawaiian if it's not. So you really do want to only say what you know to be true. So that is important.
Yeah. So it is definitely, when you're dealing with natural products, you want to be careful. One of the things, I had no idea that tortoise shell was made from tortoises. Like, I knew that, but like I didn't know that it was like used in jewelry and combs and all of that stuff until we started doing this type of stuff. And then it's one of those areas like you can't sell tortoise shell. Like you have to be
just
careful.
Like the ivory and the thing is, you don't know these things until you're called out on it. So if you get called out on it, then like don't take it personally. Just know better and do better. And you know, going forward, we know that we don't get anything that even looks like ivory. You know, that is just not our jam. We're not touching it. So same thing with the tortoise shell. And now we know that, and
queen
bone.
Conch, Yeah, we don't mess with any of that stuff.
Yeah. So once you know better, you do better going forward. So, but it is good to know these things before you get your hand slapped and be like, no.
That is very true. So, we don't do like picker videos, but I did want to share some of the stuff from you. We did have an exciting time, and unfortunately, I blew the budget, but maybe we'll make up for it with having some amazing stuff next month.
Yeah, and we do have to, we live in Florida, so we understand that our picking time is like the exact opposite of the whole rest of the world.
Very true.
Because it's, like we were saying, by 10:30 in the morning, those flea markets are dead. People are packing up their booths and they're done.
Yeah, we saw some people that were literally packing up their vehicles at 10:30 in the morning.
Right, because it's just too ungodly hot at that point. So we do know that in the summertime is actually when our listing is going to increase because we have air conditioning.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't live here without it.
No.
You'd probably die. It is so bad.
Yep. So we're gonna be focusing and doubling down on our listing, and I've been putting things on Posh and Mercari, and those things are starting to sprout. So that's pretty darn awesome.
Yeah. Yep. We're seeing growth across all of our stores, with the exception of our main store on eBay. So. I don't know.
Funny how that works.
So we do have some videos planned for next week. We're going to do our monthly what sold video. We'll have our top 10 items.
Yep.
So you can watch that if you're interested in the BOLO type stuff.
Yep. And then we'll do our P&Ls too.
We've got a P&L video that we'll probably put up on Monday that'll show where all the earnings come from, what that actually looks like. Because, I still think it's important to have consistent information for people because, for me personally, when I started doing this, I thought, it doesn't matter what I sell. It doesn't matter, if I just put it out there, somebody's going to buy it.
Well, yeah, and all you got to do is, just find some things and throw them up on eBay.
Right.
That's all you got to do.
So there was a lot of people pushing the storyline that, you just got to put it out there. Somebody's going to buy it. They're going to make you a millionaire. That's not real. So we want our channel to be real. We want to show you this is what it looks like. This is, you know what? I go and I buy some old photos, and you go and buy some old jewelry, and we spend a lot of time cleaning and organizing and listing, and the money that we make, it's not all the glorious stuff of, I went to the flea market, I found $1,000 t-shirt. This is the real side of the business.
We like to keep it real for you guys too, but it also is really great because it holds us accountable. It ensures that okay, we're going to do our numbers every month because we do it with you guys. And that really is okay, well, you're right. We kind of overspent on our sourcing this month. So let's dial it back a bit. It does help us stay accountable, and hopefully you guys can also kind of use it as a prompt to look at your numbers. I know Primo Chemo has called us out and been they told us to look at our numbers, so that's what we did. And
right. They're a lot of fun. If you guys haven't checked out their channel, I'll check them out as well. Primo Chemo Spam Banshee. They've got a great show. Yeah. They talk about reselling, but they try to have fun with it. And I think that's important. I think that,
it is.
I know I can get a little dry and a little boring on the numbers and stuff, but it's an important part of the business as well. So I think you have to have balance in your life, and they certainly help bring some levity and some balance to that. So, yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody being out here and checking in with us and seeing what we're up to. 90% of our stuff happens in the office, so that's why we don't really take video out in the field, but maybe we will in the future. I don't know if there's an appetite for that. If that's something that you'd like to see, is us going and doing some sourcing, whether it's from auctions or from the flea market, let us know. In the past, that type of content really hasn't.
Yeah, it's kind of gone flat when we tried to do the auction house or doing some of
we took a couple of clips from the flea market, but not too much. So if it is something that you're interested in, drop us a comment.
Yeah. Or any other things that you're interested in, just, let us know. We have, that's the nice thing is we do have some creativity here. We can we can do what, no.
I don't like to be creative.
Yeah.
Too analytical. But yeah. We can try. So, again, thank you for being here. Like and subscribe. You guys have a great day. Good luck on your sales.
Yep. Thanks.